بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Interpretation of the Holy Quran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. With the grace of Allah, we started a concise interpretation of Quran. We reached to chapter Ale-Imran, the third chapter of Quran, which is revealed in Medina. It has 200 verses. Please listen to verse 35.
إذ قالت امرأة عمران رب إني نذرت لك ما في بطني محررا فتقبل مني إنك أنت السميع العليم.
When a woman of Imran said, My Lord, surely I vow to you what is in my womb, to be devoted to your service, accept therefore from me. Surely you are the hearing, the knowing. In previous section, we talked about this verse that Hannah, who was Imran's wife, was barren, and she prayed to Allah. By inspiration, her husband Imran understood that Allah is going to give him a child who is going to cure sick people, a person who is blind, who is going to give a life to a person who is dead. And this person is going to be a prophet, the best among all the children of Israel. And after some time, Hannah became pregnant, and when she delivered the child was a girl. Hannah was pregnant and she prayed to Allah. She vowed to Allah to put his child to the mosque and to be there as a servant, to serve over there. When the child was born, the child was a girl. As we understand from different narrations, they said Hannah had such a nazar, such a vow, to put her in the mosque to serve over there. They said, since it was a child and the mother has rights over a child, she decided not to have any rights for herself, only to ask the child to go and serve the people and the mosque over there until the child becomes an adult. In that time, the child could decide for himself that she can continue or she wants to continue or not. So some scholars say the nazar, the vow that the mother had for a child, it means the child is going to serve over there until the child becomes an adult. And some scholars say that Hannah, Imran's wife, made such a nazar, vow to put her child for the mosque, to be over there as a servant. It shows that her husband had passed away in that time when the Hannah was pregnant. Otherwise, it is almost impossible to say that her husband was alive and she did not say anything to the husband and she vowed by herself. We can say that there is a possibility and a big chance that because her husband passed away, the mother could decide and make a vow for the child. There are a few messages that we can get from this verse. One, we will see that when Hannah became pregnant and Allah answered her prayer, she was so happy and she wanted to thank Allah. She wanted to thank Allah and she made a nazar that her child becomes a servant to the mosque. She said, as Quran is telling us, إذ قالت امرأة عمران رب إني نذرت لك ما في بطني محررا. Imran's wife said, my Lord, surely I vow to you. She made a nazar, but this is good to know that the nazar should be with pure intention. By nazar, something which is not obligated, we obligate it to ourselves. Something which is not forbidden, we can forbid it for ourselves, to ourselves by making nazar. For example, I can make a nazar to recite Quran every day, a part of Quran. Of course, the recitation of Quran is recommended, is not obligated by it. But by nazar, I obligate it to myself because of the nazar, because I vow that. For example, it is obligation. For example, I make a nazar that if my father comes from the trip on before Friday, for example, next Friday I make a fast. It is obligated if the father comes on time that I made a nazar for that, I have to make a fast and it is obligated to me. Also, something which is not forbidden, I can forbid to myself. For example, a smoke cigarette is not good. To drink, for example, Coke is not good. But I make a nazar to make it haram for myself, to forbid for myself. Yes, after nazar, it becomes forbidden. Something which is not is recommended not to do it. By nazar, I can forbid it for myself. Of course, it was recommended to give a child to the mosque, to ask your child to serve over there. And Imran's wife, Hannah, made a nazar, and it will be obligated. But it should be, all these nazar should be with pure intention. It means only for Allah. And here, Allah says that Imran said, Rabbi inni nadartu laka ma fi batni, only because of you and with pure intention. Also, we understand from this message that to serve the mosque is a high position. That a person like Imran, which is the wife of Imran's wife, Hannah, who is the wife of Imran, a person who is so important in the viewpoint of Allah, is this person make a nazar that her child should serve the mosque. Allah will give information to Imran by inspiration that I'm going to give you such a child, and the mother becomes so happy. Then she make a nazar that the child will serve the mosque. So we understand that to serve the mosque is so important that great people want to have such an honor for themselves or for their children. Also from this sentence, when Imran said, Hannah said, Inni nazartu laka ma fi batni muharraran, I made a nazar that my child will be devoted to your service. It means that the mother has a right over her child, but she can forget all her rights and ask the child to do something else. It means the rights for the mother is not something that she has to use it. The child should serve the mother, take care of the mother, is obligated to take care. But if the mother says it's not necessary, go and do something else, then it is not necessary. As Allah says, Hannah said, فَتَقَبَّلْ مِنِّي. After making nazar, Hannah asked Allah, فَتَقَبَّلْ مِنِّي. My Lord, accept from me. It means I have done something that I believe it was good, and my Lord, accept it. If we do something good, we do the best, as the mother, the henna, has done for the child that decided and vowed that the child will serve the mosque. But the most important things, it should be accepted by Allah. Our prayers, our fasts, our pilgrimage, anything we do, if it will be accepted, it is wonderful. If it is not accepted, none of them is going to help us. So anything we do, good deeds, we should be worried about acceptance in the viewpoint of Allah. And Hannah prayed to Allah, my Lord, accept my nazar, my vow. And we ask Allah to accept our duties, our activities, our deeds, whatever we do. Although we know that we mix it with many things else, although we know that it is not, our deeds are not very pure, but the Lord, you are so great. Accept it. The mixed one, the bad one, bad activity. And you are great. Thank you very much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.